Why, yes, of course, of course. Brilliant. Oh, so riveting. Oh. Oh my, hello. I didn't see you there. Well, come on in. It is a cold night out after all. A very frigid evening. In the winter time. Perhaps you would like a dram to warm you up? Perhaps a midwinter's night dram? That was creepy. Creepy man is gone. Just semi-creepy, weird bourbon lover Brendan here with Bourbon on a Budget. And I want to share with you my thoughts, a rapid review on one of my favorite whiskeys in the world, probably my favorite rye, absolute banger, a winter night's dram. I always want to put an S with winters, but it's the nights that are needing this dram, not the winter. There's only one winter per season, technically. This is done by High West Distillery out in Utah. If you listen to the show, watch the show regularly, you know that we are huge fans of what High West does. A Midwinter Night's Dram is it's a collaboration of their Rendezvous Rye, which is then aged in tawny port barrels for 1 to 2 years. It's bottled at 49.3%. It is extremely limited. We had a friend of the show, Joe Decadence, have a friend, so a friend of the show, go out to Utah to pick up some bottles. Got one for myself, one for Ben. TJ, I didn't get one. TJ ended up getting one too. Somehow Joe scored him one as well, so TJ can't really cry anymore. So this is an amazing, intricate, unique release that High West does every single year. To me, every time I've had an offering of this, it's always been super interesting, super unique, and as its namesake would suggest, a Midwinter Night's Dram is perfect for cold, chilly evenings. The combination of rye with the tawny port gives a spicy, sweet combination that I enjoy. TJ and Ben are enjoying it as well right now. We're in the middle of our King of the Hill series, and not shockingly, it's doing quite well. So what I'm going to do is a quick, rapid review. TJ and Ben did one the other day of, I think it was the Old Forester store pick. Oh, so good. So I'm going to fly through this here. It won't be our normal 15-20 minute long review. It's going to be a quickie, hopefully. For you guys who are not used to our scoring system or want an update on it, it's on a scale of 1 to 10. Usually a 5 is indicative of an average value whiskey. Anything that's between the 7 and 8 range, if you want to take a look at the bourbon big port. If I don't fall down here, usually anything above a 7, and if it gets an 8, is remarkable quality for the value, for the price that you're paying. In the case of this Midwinter Night Dram, and nothing's ever gotten above an 8 for us. Yeah, Smoke Wagon, small batch is number 1 at 8.0. Midwinter Night Dram is $99, I believe, MSRP. It's fairly hard to find because it is a limited edition, but if you do some searching for it, you can find it. You might have to pay a little bit more, between like $120, maybe even $140 if you're having to have a friend ship it. Not ship it, that's illegal. Send it, travel with it, and then hand deliver it to you. That's kosher, that's fine. We're gonna go out of 10 points. Taste, 0 to 4 points. Finish, 0 to 1 points. Cohesiveness and complexity, 0 to 1 point. Value is going to be out of 2 points. And then overall, that gets us to a score of 10. On the nose, the combination of the rye spice, it is providing a lot of baking spices, nutmeg, clove, a little bit of cinnamon there. But with the sweetness of the tawny port, it is a heavily wine-influenced whiskey. You can even see the color on this. It is very pink, ruby red kind of hue there. Brown sugar, a little bit of licorice, but not like too much. I don't love licorice. There's just a little bit there from the rye. Not a ton, and it goes well with everything else that's happening here. A little bit of a bready note. Dark chocolate, raisins, so like a chocolate-covered raisin. Oh, man. Very fruity as well because of the wine influence for sure that's showing up on this. Like dark fruits, like plums.
You feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can. I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
Kind of sour apricot as well. Really nice, really unique nose. Let's go in for the taste. Oh, come on. That's incredible. Everything that the nose indicates you're going to get on the palate, it follows through with. It delivers, and then some. It is, again, brown sugary sweetness, rye spice in there, peppery, a little bit of anise. Really enunciate that word, anise, just to make sure it doesn't sound like something else. Sweet, refreshing, but rich at the same time combination that, again, this kind of fits into the whole Midwinter Nights Dram motif of it being warming and pleasant. Yeah, kind of Christmassy. If you're thinking, late November through December, kind of holiday-ish. Cotton candy on the nose as well. It's a really delightful, beautiful nose. A little bit of pear. The finish is really pleasant too. It doesn't last for a particularly long time, but it jumps from spice to sweet, like bubble gum almost, so quickly, but not in a way that's unpleasant or like disjointed or anything like that. It's a very smooth yet quick progression. It's all really pleasant all the way through. It's a top-notch whiskey. There's a reason why it's so coveted every year it comes out. Really cool bottle. Love the font on it as well. Let's rate it. Nose on a scale of 0 to 2. I mean, it's great. It's an exquisite nose. I'm going to give it a 2. It is elite. It's probably going to be in the top, 95th percentile of any whiskey you're going to get in nose. It is so unique and so perfectly on brand with what it's trying to be. There's quality. There's uniqueness. It's pleasant. It's complex with the nose. The spice, the sweet, the wine muddled kind of combination with that too. It's really good. Giving it a 2. Perfect. On the taste, out of 4. I love the chocolate underlying with all the fruit elements, the plum, the pear, the spices that are going along with it. It's so sweet and decadent. Joe Decadence is a chilly night in a glass. It's warming, but again, sweet and refreshing at the same time. It's got this exquisite level of complexity. I wish there was a little bit more heft and some dramatic flair to it. I think that's the one thing that's going to keep it from being like elite with the taste, but it's a great taste. I'm going to go 3 out of 4 for the palate there. We're already off to 5 points in the first 2 categories. It's a good start. The finish. As I mentioned earlier, I love the way the finish kind of rides off into the sunset there. It's not too long. I wish it lingered a little bit more, but it does so many things well with that smooth, sweet combination with the rich spiciness too, and it starts spicy, drops to fruity and sweet so quickly, but smoothly in transition is effortless. I'm gonna give it a 0.75 on finish. This is certainly going to nail it with complexity. It's really unique, and again, multiple things going on with it. I keep saying sweet and I keep saying spicy. It hits both of those notes so perfectly in balance, and it's also cohesive as well, because what you get on the nose delivers totally unapologetically on the palate too. All right, so we're up to 6.75 out of a potential 8 points already. If you look at the bourbon big board here, our top 5 is 7.4, and there's still a category of value of 2 points to factor into this. So this is probably going to make the big board unless I object totally to the value. The price, as I mentioned earlier, is $99 MSRP. However, you're probably usually going to have to pay $120 or so if you see it out in the wild. Now, here's the thing. You can indeed find it in the wild. It's not easy to do, but I have gotten in my hand on, 2 bottles that I've seen in the wild, and then 2 others that I've had to get through different means, either a friend or one point the ABC Vault as well. So you can find it. I don't think I've ever seen it in Florida. I know other people have been able to get it. I actually got my first bottle of it up in almost Canada, up in way upstate New York, Lake Placid. It's a miracle! I think that's what they say. Do you believe in miracles, idiot? So, anyways, you can find this. It's absolutely worth buying it if you can find it at $100. Hell, if I could find multiple bottles at $100, I would buy multiple bottles and store it away for the winter, like a little chipmunk that is hibernating with a bunch of peanut shells or whatever chipmunks hibernate with. I'm from Florida. I don't know. I don't know what chipmunks do. I'm going to go ahead and give this a high value mark out of 2. I don't want to penalize it a ton for not being available. Again, you can find it. There's a thrill of a chase with it. And the price, yes, it is a lot, but I think it delivers with the price. It's perfectly proportionally priced for it being a limited release and being something that is super unique. Not perfect value because it is expensive and a little hard to find, but man, it is really, really good. I want to give it a 1. Going between 1.5 and 1.75 on value. I'll go 1.5. I'll go 1.5 on value. So out of 6.75 for the initial score, and then on the value score 1.5, math, 8.25. So for me, that would make the Bourbon Big Board. Not only would it make it, it would lead if I had my choice. Smoke Wagon Small Batch is a 8.0 for us. We don't go over 8. To me, this is super unique. Combines the elements of smooth but rich and fruity, spicy. There's a level of drama to this. I wish there was a little bit more with the proof. A cask strength version of this would be amazing, but a Midwinter Night's Dram is absolutely exquisite. High West Distillery, you've done a great job with this one. Act 9, Scene 1. Almost all of these have been great, apparently, except for one ever, but, you know, I can't win them all. They do a great job with this annual release. Well worth it if you can find it. For bourbon on a budget, I'm Brendan. I'm going to go put back my bathrobe on and put on my glasses and read a little bit more Harry Potter and talk like this. Cheers.